Good morning to all of you. Today, our subject is energy storage system. So, this is our first lecture. So, let's start. Now, first, can anyone tell me what is energy? Anyone? What is energy? एनर्जी क्या होता है? किसी को मालूम है? Can anyone tell me what is energy? Yes, good. It cannot be created or destroyed. It just transfer from one form to another form. But what is energy? These are the properties. But what is energy? What is called the energy? The capacity of doing work. Sorry for the interruption. Now, is it clear my voice to you all? Okay. Now tell me what is energy? These are the properties, but what is energy? Good. The capacity of doing work is called energy. Yes, this is called energy. Though our subject name is energy storage system, first of all we know what is energy, what are the properties of energy, and which energy is most convenient energy form. Then we discuss about the storage system, and then we know what is actually energy storage system. So first of all, we know about the energy and what are the form of energy or types of energy. We can say that there are several types of energy. One, mechanical energy, gravitational energy, thermal energy, chemical energy, electrical energy, light energy, radiant energy, sound energy, nuclear energy. Can anyone tell me what is type of or which energy is called mechanical energy? Can anyone? Can you give an example of mechanical energy? Wait, please, may. No. What is mechanical energy? Can anyone tell me what is mechanical energy? Suppose we beat something by hammer, we can say this is a mechanical energy. What is gravitational energy? What is gravitational energy? The energy which is related with earth or gravity. Suppose we lift a object from surface level or earth level to a height, and if we leave that object, then it will attract by the gravity and it fall on the surface. So here a gravitational energy is acting with that object, so it fall down. What is thermal energy? Can anyone tell me what is thermal energy? Anyone? You know that. What is thermal energy? Is my voice is clear to all of you? Please, please reply. Okay. What is thermal energy? Good, good. That means it's related to heat. Yes, good. Suppose if we increase heat of a object, what will happen? Suppose we put some heat energy to an object, what will happen? The temperature of the object will rise. Good. Now, next we go to the chemical energy. What is chemical energy? Please give an example of chemical energy. You know that you have read previously in any subject. There are several subjects in which you read about chemical energy and all this energy. There are several types of chemical energy. Battery, good, good. This is a best example of chemical energy is battery. It's quite familiar to us. By the chemical reaction, we produce electricity. And the next one is electric energy. What is electric energy? What is electric energy? You are all electrical engineer, so you have know that what is electric energy. Please tell me what is electrical energy? Huh. That you are saying that we can convert electrical energy into other energy very easily. But what is electrical energy? Yes, good. That means if we make a movement of electron, then it produce electrical energy. So next, light energy. What is light energy? Now tell me what is light energy? No, actually I am saying that light energy. And any other, have you any answer? Suppose we switch on a bulb, what will happen? We get light energy. That means the energy which help us to visible anything is called light energy. Can I say that? Next, radiant energy. Actually, light energy and radiant energy, you can also combine these two as electromechanical energy. What is radiant energy? From sun, light and heat comes to earth. In which method they come? Radiant method. So we can say that this is a radiant energy. The next one is sound energy. What is sound energy? What is sound energy? You know that very well that what is sound energy. Please tell me. Hmm. By the sound energy we can, that means suppose if we vibrate a metal, what will happen? By some means we vibrate a metal, what will happen? It produces a wave. Good. It produces a sound wave. So then the last one is nuclear energy. This is very dangerous energy. Now tell me what is nuclear energy? And actually what, actually the nuclear energy is mainly used for Which portion? To generate electricity, we use nuclear energy. Is it so? Next, we move to the next part. These all forms of energy can generally group into two main energy. One is called potential energy or store energy, and another is called kinetic energy or working energy. Have you understand that? All the other form can be broadly classified in two categories. One is potential energy, another is kinetic energy. Why it is so? Can anyone explain it? That means all these form of energy can be broadly classified into energy. One is potential energy, another is kinetic energy. The potential energy means that which are in rest, and the kinetic energy, that means there's some movement. By mechanical energy we are doing some work, there some movement is happened, so the kinetic energy is present. Suppose we have a ball and we drop on floor. What will happen? Is it in kinetic energy form or potential energy form? Suppose we drop a ball on a floor. Can anyone tell me? Anyone? Suppose I have a ball and I drop it from a height on floor. Is it kinetic energy or potential energy? Suppose we hold that ball in a height from the floor. Now tell me which kind of energy are stored on that ball? Kinetic or potential? Potential energy. Good. Potential energy. Good. Now we drop that ball and the ball is moving towards the floor. Then the potential energy is converted in kinetic energy. Then it collide with floor and bounce back. Then what will happen? Then what will happen? Tell me. The ball is moving upward. That means now it also a kinetic energy changes to potential energy and goes to a height and rest for a few millisecond, and then the kinetic energy also converted into potential energy, and the process will repeatedly work. Next, which type of energy is more convenient? This is a very simple question. Which type of energy is most convenient or more convenient? Now tell me, which type of energy is more convenient? Is my audio is clear to you? Please respond. Is my audio is clear to you? Okay. Now tell me which type of energy is more convenient? Electrical energy. There is no other option, and we are all electrical engineer. So this is our known energy, electric energy. Why it is called most convenient? Why it is called most convenient? Good. We can easily convert electric energy from any other energy. Easily also control. Good. Next, what is about portability? In other form of energy, if we have to transport, we know that there is the very costly transport system. But in case of electricity, what is about the portability? That means we can transport electric energy from one end to another end. Is it easy process or a tough process? Easy process. If there is wire, then we can easily transport electric energy from one end to another. Can we store electric energy directly? All the properties we know about the electric energy is most convenient. We can transfer from electric energy to any another. But in case of storage, when we are talking about the storage, is there any method by which we can directly store the electricity? DC form. What is the device by which we can store the energy in DC form directly? We can use a converter by which we can convert the electricity, but we have to store. We can directly store in electricity form, or we change the form. We change the form. That's why I am saying that, is there any direct method by which we can electricity? By using solar panel, we cannot store. We produce electricity, but we cannot store. We are talking about the storage system. Now tell me, is there any direct storage system? Good. And tell me why we need to store the electricity. Is there any reason why you have to store? We just produce and consume during the power cut. That means it is a faulty condition. Now, suppose we are producing electricity and we consume. That's all the things are gone. Then why we have to store? Have you heard? No, there is no favorable. Suppose you have heard about load diversity. Have you heard load diversity? That means in our daily life, you can also easily say that in 24 hour we consume different type of or different level of electric energy in different time. In the morning, we consume less electricity, and in evening, we consume more electricity. Is it so? In 24 hours, in mainly in morning, we consume less electricity, and in evening, we consume more electricity. So, thought about the power plant. In the morning they have to produce less electricity, and in evening they have to produce more electricity. But suppose a generator is working or acting on 50% load, what will the efficiency of that system? It decrease or increase? What is our aim? To run a alternator in full load or half load? What is our aim? So we can easily see that in the morning we consume less type of or less electricity, and in evening more electricity. In case of power plant, the alternator should also also work in full load, not only 50% or 75%. The design should such that, or to design would such that we have to work the alternator in full load. So the load diversity, due to the load diversity, we have to store the electric energy when the less consumption is there. So we have to store that electricity, and when the peak load is coming, then we have to supply the electricity from the storage. So we can easily adjust the production of electricity. That's all for today. We discuss about uh, the next topic we will discuss in next class. And so that's all for today. Thank you for joining.